Sport management is the field of education concerning the business aspects of sports and recreation. The early parts of sports management began in England, which is known as the birthplace of modern sport and sport management. In the 18th century, development of sports clubs were around with limited membership. In the 19th century, continued club evolution was standardizing of rules, settling disputes, and organizing schedules. Thoroughbred racing was big within sports management, and races drew broad and diverse an audience with no admission charge. Local club systems were initially around, and then as racing became more for just entertainment only, it did not have any financial gain, and prestige was more important. Within the 1830s, a rail system allowed horses to compete nationally, and for the desire of owners to breed and train fast horses, and the increasingly complexity of gambling and lead to more complex club system. The Jockey Club was established in 1750. It settled disputes, established rules, determined eligibility, designated officials, and regulated breeding, and punished unscrupulous participants. It organized, sponsored, and promoted local events, met need for a strong national governing body to establish rules, standards, and a mechanism for resolving disputes, and served as a model for wider sport management practices within England.
As the sports management profession began to grow and prosper, it became apparent that although similarities existed between the running of a general business and running of a sport organization, there's also intricacies peculiar to the sport industry. Early on, sport managers learned from hands-on experiences gained in the industry. However, as the sport industry became more complex, the need to train sport managers in a more formal fashion became a necessity. The formal study of sports management emerged from this.
Ohio University is a pioneer in sports administration education. Walter O'Malley envisioned a university program that would prepare students in contract negotiation, facilities management, and marketing. He believed that this would contribute to more efficient and effective sports organizations like his own Los Angeles Dodgers. In 1966, Dr. James Mason took O'Malley's revolutionary idea and brought it to life by founding the world's first secondary education program in sports administration at Ohio University.
The University of Massachusetts Amherst started the second master's program in 1971. The numbers of colleges and universities in the United States offering sports management majors grew rapidly. By 1985, the National Association of Sport and Physical Education indicated that there were more than 40 undergrad programs, 32 graduate programs, and 11 at both levels offering sport management degrees. Today, the number of sport management programs is just over 300.
Sports marketing and management came to Indiana University in 1985, becoming part of the Department of Kinesiology within what is now the School of Public Health. Professor Gary Sales joined the program in 1989 and helped it grow to where it is today.
The program was implemented because of industry demands, and that's part of the mission statement of our department and our school. So if there was pushback, it was minor because obviously the program was implemented, but we respond to the industry demands, and who we are today is a reflection of that. Just another program. You see, all the programs were just, developing related to industry interest, industry demands. No longer could you be a former pro athlete or a former coach and work on the business side. Now they wanted business degrees. So the industry changed, so we had to change. How we did it is very specific, but I got to give credit to the guy. When we brought in Larry Fielding, who was the coordinator of our program, he changed our program exponentially, based on his industry experience. And I'm not going to lie, man, under his leadership, we grew, man. This is my only negative. The emphasis shifted from undergrad to PhD. And so our PhD students teach our undergraduate classes, and the kids were pretty pissed off about that because the quality of instruction from a graduate student versus a faculty who does industry consulting and we write our own textbooks, the level of instruction goes down. Well, we did something about that this year.
Today, the Indiana Sports Marketing and Management program is considered one of the top programs in the country. The degree program is part of the School of Public Health but works very closely with the Kelley School of Business as the program's foundation courses focus primarily on sports and business. In completion of a sports marketing and management degree at Indiana University, students can complete a minimum of 24 credit hours of coursework from the Kelley School of Business, completing the business minor. Graduation requirements for the Sports Marketing and Management program include completing 124 credit hours towards the degree program, as well as a minimum 2.0 cumulative GPA. Students majoring in sports marketing and management are required to complete a practicum or internship prior to graduation. The Kinesiology Career Services provides students with expert career advising to help students secure internships and jobs after graduating. Many sports marketing and management majors end up getting jobs in the greater Indianapolis area working for the Indianapolis Colts, Pacers, Fever, Indians, as well as for the NCAA at its headquarters. Students are able to secure jobs in many other ventures outside of Indiana as well because the sports marketing and management program prepares students for the fields of professional, amateur, and intercollegiate sports, including the facility operations, corporate sport marketing, public relations, media relations, and the event marketing and management that make up these fields. Overall, the sports marketing and management program at Indiana University is one of the best in the country and has proven itself as one of the best degree programs to preparing students for careers in sports.
The future of sports management will see managers increasingly become better in tune with the latest marketing and technological advances. There will also be greater transition into mainstream media, which equals more exposure, such as Rock Nation Sports and Cash Money Sports. In the future, there will be stricter NCAA rules and sanctions, which the managers must be aware of. There will also be a bigger emphasis on philanthropy. In the future, creativity will continue to flourish, making competition even harder. Managers will have to be increasingly more proactive in networking and building relationships with clients. The more knowledgeable about the field, the better chances you have of securing your dream job in the field of your choice.